The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. A government which does not trust its citizens to be armed is not itself to be trusted. A sign of intelligence is an awareness of one's own ignorance. Everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are. Always assuming competence before looking for conspiracy. Power is the pivot on which everything hinges. He who has the power is always right. The weaker is always wrong. It is better to act and repent than not to act and regret. Politics have no relation to morals. The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. The more sand has escaped from the hourglass of our life, the clearer we shall see through it. All courses of action are risky, so prudence is not in avoiding danger. It's impossible, but calculating risk and acting decisively. Make mistakes of ambition and not mistakes of sloth. Develop the strength to do bold things, not the strength to suffer. There is no surer sign of decay in a country than to see the rights of religion held in contempt. It is just as difficult and dangerous to try to free a people that wants to remain servile as it is to enslave a people that wants to remain free. The unarmed man is not just defenseless, he is also contemptible. If an injury is to be done to a man, it should be so severe that his vengeance need not be feared. Entrepreneurs are simply those who understand that there is little difference between obstacle and opportunity and are able to turn both to their advantage. A battle that you win cancels all your mistakes. Any man who tries to be good all the time is bound to come to ruin among the great number who are not good. Men are so stupid and concerned with their present needs, they will always let themselves be deceived. There is nothing as likely to succeed as what the enemy believes you cannot attempt. The wise man does it once, while the fool does finally. Men are driven by two principal impulses, either by love or by fear. Never do an enemy a small injury. I desire to go to hell, and not to heaven. In the former, I shall enjoy the company of popes, kings, and princes, while in the latter are only beggars, monks, and apostles. Men in general judge more from appearances than from reality. All men have eyes, but few have the gift of penetration. It is double pleasure to deceive the deceiver. The ends justifies the means. Never was anything great achieved without danger. Wars begin when you will, but they do not end when you please. The leader should know how to enter into evil when necessity commands. There is nothing more important than appearing to be religious. Make no small plans, for they have no power to stir the soul. One who deceives will always find those who allow themselves to be deceived. Whoever wishes to foresee the future must consult the past, for human events ever resemble those of preceding times. This arises from the fact that they are produced by men who ever have been and ever shall be animated by the same passions, and thus they necessarily have the same results. The wise man should always follow the roads that have been trodden by the great and imitate those who have most excelled, so that if he cannot reach their perfection, he may at least acquire something of its savor. Men are of three different capacities. One understands intuitively, another understands so far as it is explained, and a third understands neither of himself nor by explanation. The first is excellent, the second commendable, and the third altogether useless. Ability and perseverance are the weapons of weakness. Before all else, be armed. Make mistakes of ambition and not mistakes of sloth. Develop the strength to do bold things, not to suffer. For a long time I have not said what I believed, nor do I ever believe what I say. And if indeed sometimes I do happen to tell the truth, I hide it among so many lies that it is hard to find. The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present. For the great majority of mankind are satisfied with appearances, as though they were realities, and are often more influenced by the things that seem than by those that are. No enterprise is more likely to succeed than one concealed from the enemy until it is ripe for execution.